The secret behind getting this success for your company is increasing your network around the world. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt your video. Now you can directly reach me on WhatsApp and ask any questions. My number is +91 9511 841 495. Hello.
Hi, Mr. Anand.
Yeah, that's
Hi.
perfect. Now I can see you.
Yeah. Okay.
It's very difficult time. You all are working from home nowadays. You can't go outside.
Uh, yes, even it is more difficult for entrepreneurs like us. So we are in travel industry, and travel is almost down for a year now. So
That's right. That's right.
quite difficult.
Yeah. So first, you can introduce yourself. Maybe you can just give a little bit of idea about yourself, what you have done in the past, and what your company does, and what you're looking for.
Okay.
Okay.
So I joined Genpact, and there I was working for Westpac.
Mm-hmm.
So so Westpac is a BFSI in Australia. So they are a bank in Australia, and they are also dealing in insurance.
Okay.
So I went to Australia also for a project transition there.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked in that project for almost 2 years. Then I came to Pune. So
Okay.
here I joined outsourcing company in which I worked for Credit Suisse. Okay.
Okay.
So that was for a short period. Then I started my own company. So it is a travel company.
So that was in Delhi, right?
No, so this travel company is in Pune only. So
Okay.
it's almost been 5 years we are working on that company. So it's been a steady growth in this company. We have almost invested some a good amount in that. So it was going good, but just because of this pandemic, everything is so it is on standstill, and we are expecting this stop for at least 6 to 7 months ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if I can get into some other, so I was just trying to get diversification in this. So so as I'm having an experience of this BPO sector.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can get some projects from these countries, and if I can work on that, so maybe I can get into this business.
Okay. And currently, you already have set up company that is related to travel and tourism, I believe, right?
Yes, correct. So we have almost 19 workstations office with me. I have,
Mm-hmm.
and so almost there are 7 to 8 graduates who are ready to work on any project at this present of time.
Okay. All right. And then what would be your interest? I mean, for example, if we want to narrow down our approach and if we want to focus only on particular industry, which clients you're looking for? Are you looking for clients from tourism industry, or you're looking from BFSI, which you have already worked in the Australia?
Uh, so as per my understanding, BFSI will be a very it will be a very big thing for us at this point of time, because as of now, if I can remember the things, I can only remember the screening process, or underwriting thing, or claims process. But that is not in my mind that I can so I can be fully assured on that,
All
right?
right.
So yeah, so I am not confident on that. If I'll get to learn on this, I can if I'll get some time, and I'll have to work with some experts, then it might be possible for me. Regarding travel, at this point of time, travel is almost finished, right?
Mm-hmm.
For
Mm-hmm.
at least next
Because of the
6 to
pandemic. That's right.
correct. Might be these travel companies will, they would want to cut their cost, because they won't get shut down. They will try to cut the cost, and maybe after 1 year they will come up more stronger.
Right.
So I am a bit interested in this travel industry. If we can give some solutions to international companies, like
Mm-hmm.
so those solutions I need to think of, and I hope you will help me in that.
Mm-hmm. I think, see, because the situation is definitely, it is really worse, but it's going to be temporary. I mean, it will be there for a year or two. And, this is a time where you can actually utilize it to do business development, lead generation, getting
Mhm.
on calls with your prospects. This is the best time which you need to utilize it. So if we talk about your experience, then you already work in BFSI, and that's the industry which is always in demand. They always need this type of outsourcing services. So
Correct.
I will strongly recommend that this is the best solution to use this time. How much? What are the resources, and how much resources we can consider here, anticipate here? Like as far as investment part. I mean, if you can just tell at front whether you're good at investment or you are dependent on third party people, or how exactly it is. And
At this point of time, so as I told you, we have already invested on our travel venture. uh, so I will have to be dependent on the third party credits.
investors.
So still, I would say that if I get a good project or an opportunity, then I'll be able to invest on it.
Hmm. So, I'm trying to understand, like, where have you reached so far? Have you done your planning, project planning? Is there something on paper, or how exactly it is? Can you brief me something a little bit?
I was looking into the opportunities. I made a website, where I jot down the things which the solutions which I think I can provide to the customers.
Can you
Right.
share
So
website domain? So maybe because people who will be watching this video, even they can go through it. People come from North America and a lot of countries, so they can also go through that. Which
correct.
website is it?
So it is www.letstagglobal.com.
Okay. And what was your intention when you started it exactly? What were you planning? Which services you offer?
Okay, so first of all, I would like to tell you the motto of so this Let's Stack means let's start connecting globally.
Okay.
So it came into my mind like if the world will get connected globally, then it will be a better place to live, right? So the services will be like as I have already worked in BFSI, like financial services we can provide to customers. Like many companies have their accounts receivable processes, accounts payable processes,
Right.
insurance processes, screening processes, data
Right.
mining process.
Right.
So I have experience of those. I have seen these things. I have also I also have the knowledge of documentation of the things, because of these projects, because I've
Right.
been to Australia. I have seen this processes that was just in front of me. So
Right.
I already have the knowledge of that. So this financial services, I can be a bit so we can get into this.
All right. So when it comes to financial processes, which part? I mean, which expertise do you have? I mean, you have worked on. Can you elaborate a little more? What kind of process you have worked in the past, and where have you been? I think you also have visited Australia. I think that was a part of your career.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So in Australia, it was insurance process. So
Okay.
that was so my process was underwriting.
Uh
So
huh.
I was into underwriting thing, and I was into claim processing things. So there
All
was
right.
a sequence of things which we need to do, and we learned those things, and we understood those things, and we gave training to the Indian team,
Okay.
and so we transited the process from there to here to India.
All right. All right. So coming back to the project planning, what I suggest is if you just walk blindly, it will not lead to anything. It's important that you actually write down the project plan, which includes your the very first thing is that financial strategy, how you're going to plan your investment, which maybe in your network or from banks or from any other resources, how much investment you can actually uh, get it. If it's not possible, then can you approach some of the people who can actually raise some funds for your business? That's one thing. Second thing is about your marketing strategy, how you're planning to do it. Are you planning to visit actually the clients' countries like US and Australia, or you are thinking to have some kind of online, social media marketing, digital marketing through that LinkedIn? You are trying to approach people. I will suggest that if you're in initial stage where you don't want to invest a lot of money, because your funds have already been invested in the travel industry, that's what you said, but you have some expertise in the BPO industry, then I strongly recommend one thing is that connect with as many groups as possible on LinkedIn, and also get involved on daily on Twitter. These are really two strong platforms where you should be continuously on connecting with a lot of people. So are you already doing it some kind of rough, groundwork? Are you there on LinkedIn, and how many connects do you have?
Yes, I'm there on LinkedIn. So we have just started, 1.5 months ago. So I don't have much context, but still I'm working on it.
So this is what roughly I suggest, because if you have limited investments and you still want the results, and what I personally have seen. Now let me just introduce myself, maybe that will help you. So I have worked with many companies in the US, Canada, and some of the European companies as well. And that experience has been into, especially into BFSI sector, into finance industry. So that is a private finance companies in the US who wanted to set up their own captive centers in India.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt your video. Now you can directly reach me on WhatsApp and ask any questions. My number is +91 9511 841 495. I'm so glad to have you on this channel. If you're getting some value from this video, can you hit the subscribe button and the bell to keep watching weekly videos?
So when I say captive centers, that means when we talk about call centers or BPO industry, then typically we think is that there is a client in the US who wants to outsource something to India, and then we as a Indian vendors, we take this work task and then we process or deliver the services, and then the job is over. That's how typically the transaction works. In
Hmm.
captive centers, the company in the US, they want to set up their own setup in India. They don't want vendors, they don't want anybody's involvement. They want to set up their own companies in India. And in that case, I actually have helped them in, there is a model called build, operate, and transfer. Because when they want to come to India, there are a lot of legal challenges, there are a lot of challenges which comes in place, because as far as process transitioning, process migration, training, staffing and recruitment, business operations, everything. So that is
Hmm.
where our expertise, so even that is a model which even you can consider, because you have this experience in the past. So
Hmm.
that's a little bit about my introduction, that how I actually have helped a lot of companies in the US to set up their offshore captive centers in India. Captive is one part, and then second is outsourcing. So when they want to actually want to have some vendors on board, and they want to connect with some of the really good reputed companies in India, then I help them to connect with good companies in India to get the job done. So that is
Okay.
my forte. So now this is about me. So how exactly I can help you? What do you think? Where do you see? Because I would really like to help you out. If there are any synergies that we can find and help each other, then I'm always happy to do that.
Great. So first of all, I would like to tell you that I just saw your LinkedIn profile and I saw that you're from Pune. So
Yes,
it gave me a ray of hope again. So that is a good thing.
absolutely.
Uh, Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I have a few questions regarding this. So as you know my profile, and so what type of industries or what type of companies should we focus on? I have saw your videos. Okay, and I've seen that you're saying that your focus should be narrow, right? And I totally agree with that. But so as per my expertise, or so I totally agree that at this point of time, uh, it's a totally new thing for me. It's been almost 5 years and I'm again trying to get into this field. So where should I focus in this case? Secondly, what solutions you think I can provide to these companies, which I will be following? And so what certifications we need at this point of time? Because what I have seen, that there are some certifications that you need to start these projects, or some things like India. So what certifications we would need for that? So I had this these questions.
Sure. So the very first question which you asked is like where you should start, and how, which services you can offer, which are the client prospects that you should target. These are a couple of questions in the beginning which you asked. I will say that
Correct.
you know of course there is the proven record which has shown it since last couple of decades is always a BFSI industry, banking, finance sector, and insurance, that has always shown really good results. There is always high demand coming from the US and other countries like even Australia. So they are always looking for such companies in India who can help them to provide these services. However, uh, I will say that even if you're getting into a business, it should be something which you already have expertise and you already have interest in that. So if that is
Correct.
tourism or travel, if that is something what you have and if that is more of your interest, I will suggest let's stay focused on that, working in that particular industry. So once it's decided, then we will have to jot down all the competitors, because that again come back to your project planning discussion which we were having. So that is a competitive analysis which you need to do, how many competitors are there in the industry and which clients or prospects they're already targeting and from which area. Then you can actually start taking down all the database from industry associations, from LinkedIn. There are several resources from where you can actually start taking down all the database and make a list of, like, 100 prospects wish list. So you need to make a list of like 100 companies which you're actually targeting in the US. And then those are the 150 companies. That's a rough number I'm giving. Then you need to actually start getting behind them on LinkedIn, Twitter, and several other platforms, and cold calling, email campaigns. Through all these things you can actually start making awareness about your company, and then you can actually do appointment setup.
Correct.
Yeah.
So by appointment setup, you mean that we'll have to visit. I mean, so if the client is from US and they have given the appointment, so we'll have to visit the place and we'll have to get the things done there, right?
No, initial stage it's not possible, because even if we talk about US itself, it's like really huge. It's a big country.
Correct.
Even if you try to visit there, it's going to be really cost intensive. So I will not recommend that in the beginning. What I will suggest is that when you make a list of 150, 200 prospects, so okay, this is my wish list of the company, and these are their revenues, and these are the qualified prospects that you see it in the list. Then start doing email campaigns and several things which I suggested, cold calling and all that. And then at least set up like 5 to 10 telephonic meetings. See how it goes, first of all. Talk to the decision
Correct.
makers or influencers, maybe the managers, controllers, accountants, whoever is making the decision in that company. So talk to them and see how it goes. Explain about your company, show your website, maybe through webinar you can do the presentation. You can show them this is what these are your USPs, unique selling points, and you can actually help them understand that you can bring their cost down, or maybe if you have any other value proposition, then you can put forward in front of them. Then it's not going to immediately convert into a sale. Another thing, that it's not going to bring you business immediately even if you do that. So that's going to take another 6 to 7 follow-up meetings. Sometimes it takes around 1 to 3 months, and then they will ask
Hmm.
you when they're actually in need. The best time at the moment is really good time, because all small mid-sized sector, all companies would want to save their costs. That's a really good thing. So this is a really good time to actually focus, talk to them, explain them about this, and um, then actually you can set up appointments, telephonic appointments. Give me 1 minute, Adit. There is another person on call. I will just tell him that we are getting delayed, so maybe in next 5 10 minutes I will have another call with him. Just give me 1 minute.
Sure.
So I think these are the things which you really have to work on in the beginning time. And I think all these questions, again, I always make sure that I always say that before having a proper project plan, you should not get into anything, because all your efforts are going to go haywire. You will not understand exactly where to start, and then what are the steps in your project planning. If you started from next month, then every week what will be your deadlines, what are the objectives, when you should hire your staff, how much investment you will need, where you will get the investors from. So that is a rough work which will take, the project planning phase itself is going to take minimum 1 or 2 weeks time, where you will have to write down on every single thing, so you yourself will understand everything, and then that's going to be a blueprint of your business.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
And about the licensing part, as I said, that apart from the company registration, which you must have already done it in India, I think you must be aware that how private limited company, what documentation it takes. And so that basically that is a typical documentation which is required for to set up a company. Once you bring the clients on board, then depending on the client's requirements, then the certifications and the licensing will change. For call centers, there is OSP license which is required in India. So there are a couple of licenses which you will require, but that's not something that you have to worry at the moment. That is a later stage. So
Okay.
the very initial phase will be to set up your company and focus. I will say that 80% focus should be on marketing and business development. You yourself as a company owner, your 80% focus should be only on marketing and business development, nothing else. And
Right.
as many as appointment generation you can do for your business, telephonic appointments.
Okay. And so that can be done via LinkedIn and other things, right?
Yes, LinkedIn, I will definitely say that, you need to grow your network. I mean, it should be at least of all CXOs if we talk about the decision makers from the US. And I will say that you should have really nice network of around 10, 15,000 people you need to send connects. Now, they're not going to accept your connects immediately if you send them. So you have to make sure that you write your profile properly of your LinkedIn. Once you write it, you need to post a lot of content which is of their interest, because if you don't add value to them, uh, it's just like, you're asking for how they can help you, but you should be a you should be the one to add some value to them. So for example, if you're targeting finance industry, then make sure that you write some kind of blog, something, make some nice videos, how you can actually help them in the finance industry, why this is the best time to do it, why they should outsource it, if they want to outsource it, why only to India, and why to your company. So there's some content which you can make it on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is really good platform because it gives you organic leads. You don't have to pay for. I mean, of course, there are paid advertisements on LinkedIn as well. But if you have a connect of like 10, 15,000 people on LinkedIn, then any content which you posted from a particular industry, people will see it and they will have some awareness. They will get some awareness about you and your company. So
Correct.
on LinkedIn also, Sales Navigator is really good because you can narrow down your prospects. You can actually narrow down and you can filter your prospects from a particular city, particular industry, maybe a CXO levels, the owners, managers, and then accordingly you can have them in your connect and then you can target them. So directly personal messages also you can do it, but apart from that, you can also post a lot of content which is really helpful.
I mean, I just have one question. I mean,
Sure.
so what are the chances that these onshore companies will give the projects to the companies, to the company which does not have any experience or any projects? I mean, so say I don't have any projects. I haven't done any. I haven't completed any projects, but I have experience in this field, right? 2 or 3 years of experience in this. So, are there chances that these companies will give you the projects, or it depends on my skills, how I approach these companies, or how I try to get the lead converted? So,
I myself have seen many companies, even at the startup stage also, they have got really good projects from US. The only thing what you need is really good network with people. So you need to connect the dots. Many times, even the large size companies who have, or the mid size companies who have capital, who have resources, are not successful to bring really good projects on board. So what they need is that you need to have really good connects, whether it's through online, like for example, now you found me on YouTube, and now this is the way that we are connected here on this call. So if something comes up, in my way, and if I feel that you are the perfect person for that, I will definitely forward it to you. So I think that's how I think the secret behind getting this success for your company is increasing your network around the world. That's the key behind that. If you have a really strong network, I'm sure that people will trust. They know you personally, and they share the business with to the people who they trust the most. So if they trust you, they have seen you a lot of times, and why not? They will definitely share the business with
correct, correct. And what size of markets we should aim for? I mean, so these big industries like big banks and all. So I think targeting them will be a waste of time as of now, or we should go for mid-sized companies or small-sized
you.
companies.
Yeah, I will say that not even mid size or large size, because if you're in a very initial stage, that you're going to, first of all, you should have very long term plan. The second thing, you need to have a lot of patience. And the very important thing is that you should focus on small size companies, the same size companies like you. Like there are a lot of companies in the US who are in the startup stage, and they're
Correct.
paying $3,000 to $5,000 per month to their employees, but they are in the startup stage. So that is a company that, why not to consider them, and then focus them, and then approach and explain about your value proposition. I'm sure that can be a really good prospect for you. Yeah. So, and that for that also, as I said, then that for that, if you have never used it, then LinkedIn Sales Navigator does really great magic, because from there you can actually set the filters, see the size of the company, how many employees do they have, which city they belong to. So the best cities that you can focus on is, or the states is, on the eastern side New York State, and then on the western side California. So these are the really good sales, and then focus on the small size businesses where they have between 1 to 10 employees. You can actually set these filters in the Sales Navigator. So then you will get all the list from California, 1 to 10 employees, and then you can also set another filter of company owners or company directors. Then you will get a list of that. Save those leads, send them friend the connection request, and then you can, the steps which I told you, then actually start getting connected with them, introduce yourself, explain about your USPs, and then set up appointments with them.
Great. Correct.
Yeah. So this is a long journey, but I think it is a good time to start. Some people are taking this, this time as really in other way, that whether during this pandemic, whether the businesses will come, they will share the projects. Of course, they will not share it immediately. Of course not. But I think this is the best time to network with people. So once the businesses starts ramping up, once the economy comes back to normal, you will not even have this much of time what you have right now. So time is a commodity, and you have this time to utilize it to network with people. So if you have, just imagine by next 1 year, when people will have, when they are through this economic problems, and then when they have money to spend, or when they're considering offshoring solutions, that's the time when you already have 10,000 connects in your LinkedIn. You have already spoken to 100 people. You have a customer's wish list that, okay, these are the customers that I wanted for my company. So you've already done all the groundwork.
Correct.
Exactly. So you will
Yes.
be so ahead. So this is the time to utilize it.
Okay. For me, as of now, so finding my value proposition and networking. So these two things are the most important. I need to do. Correct.
Yes, and before that, as I said, that without project planning, it's like a Bible for your business.
Correct.
So before that, nothing works. It's like you will have
Correct.
all answers written for yourself in the project plan, and spend good 15 days time on that, and then you will have all the answers, of your own questions many times.
I already have experience of project planning. I need to start it in this case,
And networking,
right? So
networking every single day, to at least network with 10 people like me. Like today, you got on a call with me. I'm sure at least 10 people like me, and then connect with them, and they are going to be the biggest asset for you.
sure, sure. Yeah.
All right.
So
So I will have to get on another call now. So, but I think on the very
sure,
first call we discussed a lot of things, and I'm sure through this video, because we'll be sharing this video to a lot of people, even through my LinkedIn connection of around 13, 14,000 people in the US. So a lot of people will see you, and you know, we never know what will come to your way.
sure. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Adit.
Okay,
And thank you
let's
very much.
stay connected on WhatsApp, and watch me on YouTube videos also.
Sure, sure. I'll keep you posted. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, so that was a nice call, guys. I think we had really good call with Adin, and then there is another call we will be attending with. His name is Ajmal. Let's talk to him, and let's see how this call goes. Quickly, it's getting dark here, so uh, let's try to get on this call as well as possible. If you guys have any questions, make sure that you can directly WhatsApp me. My number is mentioned, or send me Facebook message, and then we can get on a call even tomorrow. Hello, Ajmal.
Yes, yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay, this is Amay here.
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking me, sir.
How is the climate
Uh,
in Kabul?
Sir, yes, the climate is now it's getting hot day by day because spring is like the second month of experiences now. Experience spring is going on.
Right, right, right. So yes, how can I help you, Ajmal? You can ask your questions or anything.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I appreciate your precious time, sir. You're giving me, sir. Even
Most welcome. Yeah.
yes, that's great, sir. I'm Ajmal from Afghanistan, Kabul, and I did my BCA in
Okay.
Bangalore, India itself.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Okay. Nice to hear that.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, sir. And also, sir, I in this I've been 4 years. I was in different fields, like as well in marketing fields, computer science fields, and also and it's been 2 years that I'm working in telemarketing and lead generation company, and one in Kabul.
Okay.
Uh, yes. So, sir, I was wondering that because I got all about the telemarketing and lead generation as well, the digital marketing and all. So I was planning to start my own, like from here, from Afghanistan itself.
Okay.
Yeah, to make a call, like a call center for to generate leads. Even I have like seven more employees, like friends along with me, which
Uh-huh.
are like
Uh-huh.
already experienced to how to deliver. We work in different campaigns. We generate leads for USA, Latin, lots of projects we dance over there. So now I think, like, I was wondering to ask, like, I've planned to start my own, like the office or the telemarketing services as well, lead
I
generations.
I really liked your intention, Najmal, but how is overall competitive analysis over there? Like, how many companies are already working in this environment, and what kind of services are they providing?
Sir, actually, in Kabul, in Afghanistan, there are only one companies. One is in Mazar, and another one is in Kabul, which I was working there.
Hmm. Hmm.
There is no any other company regarding, like, to generate leads or marketings and all. So I have researched the markets, and I see around. So there were no any companies. So I thought, like, to start my own. So this is a good opportunity, to outsource the projects, like, from Afghanistan itself.
Of course, of course. Um, so, what are the challenges you guys are facing over there?
Sir, actually, the thing is, so we had problems of, like, internet connections, and the time base. So, but now my employees, like my friends, and also because we work in different campaigns in different time zones, we are no worries about the time zone and all. So we have the provider of the ISP, so we pay them. We'll pay them like more, so we will get good connections. So there will be no changes, no challenges. The challenge will be there. So uh, I'm sure that I believe that I can find some solution for that, how to, like, pitch or how to reach those challenges.
No, but my question is that what is the main challenge you are facing at the moment? Your question is about how to set
Yeah,
up a
yeah,
business.
sir.
My
Yeah,
question is how
mhm,
to bring business, like how to
mhm.
get
Yeah,
business
sir.
to yourself.
Sir, yeah, yeah. The thing is, I have planned for all these things. So my website is under construction, and I'm giving the content for that developers and all to make my website as well, my social links and all. So now, sir, I was the challenges are that, like. I like how I approach the clients, like how I get clients. This is the main challenge, sir, for me.
Understood. See, because that is why I asked you this question: that how many companies are
Mhm,
already doing the services, and to
mhm,
which countries are you already catering to? Because
mhm,
honestly speaking, I'm not familiar with that at all. Whether any Western countries are already outsourcing or offshoring such services
mhm,
to Kabul, your country.
mhm,
So my question is that first of all, you need to check that if you find difficulties in bringing clients from the Western countries because of the situation in Afghanistan and the overall situation. Anyways,
yes,
you need to.
yes, sir, yes.
I will
Mhm,
suggest that you can always do subcontracting. Subcontracting is basically that instead of approaching countries in the in the West like US, Canada, and all, you can always find companies, small mid-sized companies in India or similar countries who are already doing such projects for the American businesses. And
Yes,
once,
sir. Yes.
yeah, and then once you find this type of vendors, which are small and mid-sized businesses, then you guys could be the sub vendors for them. So you can provide you a team of 10, 15, 20 people, and you can say this is the work that we can get processed. It may not be related to software development or immediately about the business process outsourcing or call centers, but it could be data entry, data processing, data mining. There are a lot of things which can be done from
Yes, sir.
any part of the world. So I will
Yes,
suggest
sir.
that you that should be your target market, and you should contact a couple of companies over there. Send your corporate presentation, set up meetings, and talk to at least 10, 15 people, and then you will get sense of it exactly what they expect and what are the problems that you are having.
Yes, sir. Sir, even in the company which I was working over there, so we did, sir, we did analyze, we cleaned the data as well. We have lots of experience regarding demand generation, especially we work on different campaigns, sir. Because, like according to those things, inshallah, I'm sure that I can handle those employees as well, and I will train them as well. So we did MQL call, sir.
Okay.
Specific, yes, yes, sir. For
So
at
have
least
you?
for the beginning, sir, I can provide more like more 10 people along with me, so we can provide data as well, also for EBM data, content, these things are, and as well the telemarketing, which I'm sure those guys work in different campaigns, so they can handle as well objections and different campaigns. So we work for it in different industries, sir. Actually, we
So that
called.
is okay. So you're talking about the possibilities what you already have and how you can utilize it. But I want to ask you a question: that how many companies have you spoken with? Like, have you already spoken with some of the companies in the West or in India, or some companies to give you some projects? Have you already talked to them?
Actually, sir, no. This is the first time like I started this research and all. So I was like targeting the companies to approach them, lead generation as well in USA in this thing. So I thought like I will make my presentation, my profile company as well. So I
Mm-hmm.
will tell them that okay, that we are capable of this much work.
All right. I think that sounds good
Yes,
then. I
sir.
think from this call, what you can take away for yourself or for your company is at least approach 10 to 15 companies, see how it goes, and then next time when you will message me, just let me know how things goes with on those calls and what feedback you get it from them.
Hmm.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir. So, sir, I was like, yeah, that's great, sir. That's what I watch your videos on YouTube, sir. The way you approach, the way you talk, and also like it seems so very good to me, sir. I
Thank you
watch
for
many
that.
videos on YouTube, motivational speaker regarding of lead generation. I found you very good, sir. So even
Thank you.
yeah, you encourage us, to like you get your own clients and all. So it was like. I got a chance for me to talk with you and get some advice from you at side, sir.
Absolutely. So I think my advice here at the moment will be the same. I'm really thank you that you're watching videos and they are helpful for you. For
Hmm.
this time, I think my advice will be that at least contact 10 to 15 companies on
Okay.
LinkedIn and several platforms. Talk to them the same way like you and I are having call. Talk to them,
Hmm.
see what comes up. Just make a simple corporate presentation and talk to them. These are the capabilities what you have, and this is what you propose to them. This is
Hmm.
what you offer to them, and then see how it goes. Let me know what challenges you face, and then we can have another call once you're done, and then we can
Hmm.
take it forward from there.
Sure, sir. That's very good. From now onwards, I'm going to follow all those things and make
Absolutely,
the presentation as well. So, sir,
absolutely.
like yeah, for the beginning, sir, like you better know all these things, and also, sir, I was wondering that ask you like if you like also gave us like some small projects, so you know even as well the capability of us. So later you're gonna know like how much we can done more.
If
Uh,
sure, I promise you that if something comes on my way and if that is suitable to your capabilities, I will definitely do that. I already have your details saved in my list, so I
sure.
will do that. But before that, I want you to take your efforts and see how it goes, and then
Hmm.
keep you posted. The reason is that your dependency on any other consultants will completely go away. You yourself can generate your leads ultimately that's what you're planning to do. So it will give you some good exposure. But yeah, meanwhile, if I get something, I promise that I will send something to you.
Yes, that will be very good. Also, even I will from now onwards, sir. I will searching on all those terms, and also I will try to approach those companies and make my own presentation profile as well. So and that also in meanwhile. So if you already sir know as the capability that how much sir more than 10 employees I can once you give us the some topics or some scripts, you're gonna know us like how much we're gonna pay attention for that and generate more qualified leads as we did. So that was also very good, and even I will from now onwards I will follow those things.
Perfect, perfect.
Mhm.
Okay, so I think that was a good call, Ajmal. I think it was really nice introduction. As I said, that work on that, and within 1 month, 1 or 1.5 month, let me know what comes up. I will remember our call, and just message me on WhatsApp or Skype, and then we'll have another call. And I will hope you have already made 5-10 calls, and what feedback you get it from the prospect, let me know. And during that time, if I get something, as I said, that I will definitely forward it to you.
That's great, sir. Thank you so much. It was very nice talking to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Nice talking
Yes,
to
sir.
you. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye bye, sir. Have a great day. Bye.